Well, I've actually been investing for 9 years, and so I've been watching cryptocurrency for a while, and I invest in early startup companies, so we really have to kind of have our mind out there already as what's the future. So when we see stuff like Bitcoin coming up, it's explosive, right? It's really exciting, and it's like, okay, well, can this be the future? And then once everyone and once social media and once all influencers got behind it as
Elon.
well, one of the biggest influences,
Yep.
quiet as it's kept. Once everyone got, behind it, you really realize that it is some sort of stabilization um, in terms of currency. And I think it's so interesting because Bitcoin it's not, they're not gonna, it's not gonna be a ton available, right? So I really like how I like looking at it like that and deciding, okay, well, this is a super strong investment in terms of all of cryptocurrency. It's something that we really wanted to lean into and be a part of it. And so, but yeah, I just always at Serena Ventures, we're just looking at different opportunities. We also, like you mentioned, we invest in Lolly, where you can also have an opportunity to invest in through Bitcoin, through purchases and rewards. And so that's been a really good portfolio company for us as well. So it's a lot happening in the cryptocurrency world, and obviously I think it's all being led by Bitcoin.
Cool. And a lot of my talk was about increasing accessibility to Bitcoin and bringing it to people that need it the most. Or how do you think about that at Serena Ventures? I feel like outside of cryptocurrency, you do a lot of other things to expand accessibility.
Yeah, so for us, it's super important to expand the accessibility. We want to have people of color, we want to have women, we want to have everyone involved in this, right? And so for us, when we look at it, we break it apart. And honestly, when you think about it, when this was all started to kind of bring some balance into society, and that kind of didn't happen at all. It kind of went the other way. So I think a lot of people don't realize that women and people of color actually will probably invest sooner and more, and so that's important to know. But it's just having that opportunity, right? So I think we're all here to kind of talk about how we can get that opportunity through Cash App, and it's such an easy way to invest, and it's like you don't really think about it. You just have an opportunity and you say, okay, listen, I'm gonna put $1 here. You can literally start with $1, right? So at Serena Ventures, it's really important for us. Diversity is super, super important for us to invest along those lines, and that's what we do. We've been doing it for a really long time, and now we are excited to do it even further in terms of when it comes with cryptocurrency and just in general in the whole Web3 space. It's a lot. It changes literally every day. We wake up and there's something new. But it's really just controlling that and just deciding what to move forward in.
Yeah. Well, Serena, what do you see as societal or cultural barriers to getting more people into the space? I know you just talked a bit about that, but anything else you want to add there?
Yeah, I talked a bit about it, but also just talking about it, using your platforms to talk about it, and me in particular, using my platform to say, oh, this is what's happening, this is what we should invest in, this is some things that you should look at, because it's really just about, at the end of the day, it's really just about education, right? And just understanding who has an opportunity to invest in it. So I think that there's so much that we can continue to do and that needs to be done, and it's definitely going to take years and years to continue just to have people have opportunities to invest. And starting as little as $1 at Cash App is pretty cool and it's unique, but we're seeing more platforms being able to do that, and I think Cash was able to lead that. But it's just really also about knowing that there's a belief like, okay, wait, I can invest, I can have a Bitcoin, and like Aaron was saying, sometimes right now I think it's like for one coin it's super expensive, over $40,000. So I think it's just about changing the education of like, okay, you don't have to actually buy a whole thing. Yeah. You can just buy a little bit of it and keep adding and adding onto that and building and towards. And then also when you're doing that, you'll also learn about other investment opportunities. You'll learn about other things that you can do as well. So, yeah.
I guess this is a question for anybody, but what do you think this audience of early adopters, founders of this conference, like, what do we need to do to ensure Bitcoin is a success? Do we need more education, more access, more awesome parties and events like this? Like, how do we keep the momentum going?
Parties.
Not so much that, right? No, I think education is the main thing to keep it going. Talking about it, education, and it's so important that it's built, and it continues to be built for everyone. You can see that governments are using cryptocurrency, or can use cryptocurrency, as their main form of money in the future, and so it's really important for it to be built for everyone. And yeah, it's so much, like Aaron said, once you go down the rabbit hole, there's really no turning back, because there's so much that you can continue to learn about it. So it's really key to have that education available as well for everyone, and let everyone know that it's not meant for just experts or just one group of people. It actually can be meant for literally everyone, and just how do you get involved. And so once we can break that down and let everyone know that there is an opportunity for that, it could be so much that can be done.
No. I totally agree with you, and we're seeing in China and introducing a central bank digital currency, and discussions of a number of other countries exploring that possibility. But to me, it's really the antithesis of Bitcoin, which is permissionless by default. It's open to everybody. It definitionally cannot discriminate against anyone, which to me is so important.
Well, that was the whole point of cryptocurrency, so it wouldn't be discriminate against anyone. So
Uncensorable, digital, sound, hard money. It's gonna continue to change the world, and I mean, I think you three are playing a huge role in helping to spread the word, get it to more people, increase accessibility, and so I'm just so thrilled to have you three up here. I so appreciate all the work you've done and will continue to do. But I think that's all the questions I have, and honored to be up here with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
All right.